Peace, peace, peace. Let me see something real quick. Peace, peace. All right, what's good, peoples? Peace. It's touching this one, and just want to make a quick video, man, on some things that's going on, and just show you how the shit kind of relates to us as Aborigines, and just want to talk about this migrant caravan because I find this shit to be real. Um, just find it to be real weird, man. Like it's a lot of weird stuff going on in this country, and I see that it's the only people who support a lot of this immigration and a lot of this shit right here. Because this shit right here is forced migration, bro. If the United States allow these people to come in here, man, everybody gonna try the United States at this point in time. Okay, so these people is making a mockery of liberty, saying they gonna come here for a better life. But everybody don't have a right to come for a better life, especially when the people who here, most of the people who here, with the exceptions to, I want to say some, maybe some of the Europeans, most of these people been given everything. I don't care how hard they have to work, but if you go back and look at the unemployment rate among Black Americans, you'll see that every job that go to one of these immigrants is another job that could have went to one of us. All right. So even when you look at the immigration rate, right, you got Black men in Chicago. That is the unemployment rate in Chicago is supposedly 90 something percent among Black youth from 18 to 25. You understand what I'm saying? But yet you have these constant flow of migrants that constantly come here and constantly say they come in here for a better life and work. At what point in time do you fix the shit in your country? You can't keep abandoning your land just to come to another land and say, oh well, and I blame a lot of motherfuckers who here too. A lot of these so-called span because it's a lot of, like I said, smoke and mirrors when it comes to a lot of this shit. Because I believe that the United States economic system relies on these people coming here because a lot of this stuff is this too, right? That if they don't have to pay for benefits, if they're only paying for wages and they're not paying for benefits, that helps out the business itself because you don't no longer have to match. Because trust and believe this, even when it comes to healthcare, the employee have to pay a certain amount of healthcare. Even though if you paying for healthcare or if you paying for any of these benefits that you get that's taking out your check, the employee have to pay a percentage of that too. So by the employee not paying a percentage of that, and it's just going to people who willing to work for anything, then that gets a break on his hat. But at what point in time do us as Black Indians or Black Aborigines or Black Americans, at what point in time do we stand the fuck up, man? Start saying something instead of start saying, well, the Europeans are immigrants. So what? The Europeans are immigrants. I don't mean that because the Europeans immigrants and we got problems with them here. So just imagine all the other immigrants that they allowed to come here since they've been here. Okay? So let's get into it. This is basically the caravan. I'm gonna play a little bit of this right here. It say Trump warns caravan of Honduras immigrants coming to United States.
Mexico. President Trump tweeted about it earlier.
Fair right use too. Just notice fair right use because understand this too. I can't monetize my channel. Every time I go up to resubmit application to get my channel monetized, they shoot me down and say that my content that I play is not eligible for monetization. All right. Um that's why, even though I'm doing my documentary, I don't think, I try not to really ask for donations as far as the content of my work. I just need the donations to get my documentary out, though. But if you would like to donate on the behalf, what I'm saying, that like I do long videos. I'm not doing a 20-minute video, and no knock to anybody who do 20-minute videos. My videos be an hour and better, and this is an hour of my life that I'm doing when I could be teaching my daughter something or doing something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is very constructive, but doing something to benefit my family directly or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for the people, and whether people appreciate it or they don't appreciate, I see the ones who do appreciate, and and the ones who don't appreciate, I really don't even notice you. I only notice the ones who do appreciate. So shout out to everybody who send donations, what I'm saying, for the documentary Culture Freedom Hidden Cultures of America. Everybody who went over to the t-shirt spring. Right now I'm at 100 t-shirts. Thank everybody who went there and bought a t-shirt. I appreciate y'all. And like I said, if you like to send donations for the content, to support the content as well as support the documentary, the link is in the description. All right, so let's get with this.
Money and aid to Honduras will be cut off. Here's Leila Santiago. They've been traveling by foot for days. Among them, mothers carrying young children, men being pushed in wheelchairs. This group of about 3,000 Honduran migrants is headed to the United States in search of a better life, fleeing poverty and violence in their home country. They made the long trek through Honduras to the Guatemala border, then onto the city of Esquipulas, where the group clashed with Guatemalan police who blocked one of the border crossings. It's a long journey, but they say they do not have much of a choice.
There's much corruption here in Honduras. We want to work. There is none. We want land to plant bananas, plantains, beans. There isn't any, brother. We need to migrate to another country, brother. In the hospitals, there's no security. There's nothing. Our patients die, brother.
President Donald Trump threatened the Honduran government if the caravan continues on, he says, tweeting, "The United States has strongly informed the president of Honduras that if the large caravan of people heading to the United States is not stopped and brought back to Honduras, no more money or aid will be given to Honduras effective immediately." The Department of Homeland Security expanded on Trump's tweet, calling the caravan a, quote, "result of well-advertised and well-known catch and release loopholes." Andrea Aleman, who's making the journey with her 4 children, believes she should be allowed into the U.S.
We're heading to the United States. We're going to arrive with Donald Trump. He has to receive us. Just as we receive the Americans over here, they will have to accept us over there.
One of the group's organizers says that the plan is to walk across Guatemala and reach Tapachula in southern Mexico. There, they hope to apply for humanitarian visas or get asylum. According to the U.S. State Department, Honduras has had one of the highest murder rates in the world since 2010. The World Bank reports that over 66% of the population lives in poverty. Leila Santiago, CNN.
Okay. All right. Let me see this right. I'm going to play a little bit of this video real quick.
Every sensible immigration policy has 2 objectives. One, to regain
Right now, a whole lot of people are caught literally between countries. Many believe they cannot go back to in a country that says it doesn't want them. They're on a bridge. This is new video on the border between Guatemala and Mexico, trying to make their way into Mexico, or for some, the United States. President Trump has made keep them out a mission of his. He's also made them, rhetorically at least, into a threat to this country, and he believes a powerful campaign issue. They're called Caravan, whether you see them as refugees or invaders. One thing is clear tonight. They're in a standoff right now with an army of Mexican federales and tensions to run out from Bill Weir, who's at the border.
At high noon, the bridge over the border was empty. But then, for some reason, Guatemalan police threw open the gates. No, it's closed. It's closed. The first tried to form an orderly line, but that lasted only seconds as thousands surged behind them with a mixture of exuberance and frustration. And the discrimination. After a fraught half an hour, the crowd calmed itself, even turning on a few troublemakers. Some couldn't take the heat, though, and jumped into the river.
Our message is, we're not criminals. We're coming over here because we want to work. We need a job. We need better, a better life. That's why we're here.
Do you understand that President Trump is going to use the pictures of thousands of people surging to the gates against you? He's going to point that to people and say, this is scary.
It's his politics. We respect, he's the president. He's the president of the United States. And with all due respect, we are not criminals.
Donald Trump is an antichrist, this man says.
So because they not criminals, they supposed to just force their way. I don't listen. I'm not with immigration, period. So I'm the wrong motherfucker for that shit. I don't care. I don't care because you know what? Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something. Let me see where I was at. Just give me a second. No, that's not it. It's this one right here. No, hold up. Let me just show y'all something. So this unemployment of 20 years and over. This is Black American and African American men. All right. Now this is some statistics, right? Let me open this up a little bit. Let me just show y'all. So these people that's coming into the United States, you think they moving directly in white neighborhoods, or you think they gonna come in and live in your neighborhoods? All right. Now I'm like this, man. I know the history of this country, okay? Now, up until right here, when you get here, let me see. Oh, no, here you go. Right, all right, so boom. This is when all this immigration of other people from other countries started. All right. Now, we know first since European immigrants, right? So you're racism and getting the majority of jobs. He was able to create jobs. They was running around forming these militias out your land. So then eventually, we had to at least like we had to integrate because a lot of people could not take care of their families because of them chasing you from the south and making you come north. Up north is not like the south, where you can be a farmer and you could do numerous things to get money. Up here, you live in these little cities and shit, to where you have to work, right? But what happened here, we ran across a lot of like, you know what I'm saying, of racism. Now you figure like this. So from the whole time that first Americans that was taking all the jobs, now all the jobs immigrants. And now you got other people who just think that there's an endless amount of jobs. I don't know why the fuck this shit taking so long to load up, but let me get hold up. Was it this one right here? Hold up. I'm gonna come. All right, so let me go right here. Shout out to everybody watching the video. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Let me close this out. Alright, so just want to click on this to make sure. If y'all can hear me, please press 1. Let me shut this down. I got a lot of stuff pulled up, so this shit is running super slow. All right, y'all can hear me. Okay, all right. So let me get back. All right, so let me see something. All right, here we go. Right here. All right, so this is the Department of Numbers. All right, so this is the U.S. employment and jobs. There were 149,500,000 jobs in the United States in September of 2018, according to the CES survey of employment. The CPS survey of households showed that 155,962,000 employed persons for the month. It said the U.S. aided 134,000 jobs in September 2018, according to the CES survey. While the border CPS employment measures rose by 420,000. It's like comparing CES and CPS unemployment numbers. All right. So this is the employment survey. This is the CES. This is the CPS. All right. So September 2018 is by month, years. All right. So this is showing how many jobs that are available. All right. So now you already know what the population of the United States is. Now check this shit out. All right. Say total U.S. employment. The CES employment in September 2018 is at a new high, 149,500,000. The CPS employment reached a maximum of 155,965,000 in July of 2018. 3,000 have been lost since. So 3,000 jobs have been lost. It's a then according to the household survey from a August 2018 low of 155,542,000. The U.S. has aided 420,000 jobs according to the CPS survey. So now look, this is showing you. This is from 2000. So now right here, 2000, there was roughly a little under, there was probably like 120, I want to say like 130 million jobs. And then it dropped in 2002. Then it dropped again around this time. Then it went back up like around 2008. Now look, it dropped back down to 2010, and then it made its way up a little bit. So now you telling me, now check this out. What is the population of people? Now, when you look at the population, the demographics of the people, right, you have to look at it in different statistical numbers, because first you want to look at, all right, so they tell you that it's almost 400 million people here in the United States. Now check this out. Let's look up. And that ain't even the count. I ain't even to count the legal immigration and legal immigrants. All right. Now, let me see something. I want to get an accurate number, y'all. So just bear with me. This is immigration. This is not, hold on. No, I'm saying how many immigrants. I ain't what I'm looking. How many people. Now look, this is according to them. This is the United States American population. So it's 325 million points. 325,000. Damn. 325 million 0.7. All right. So this is in 2007. All right. So now look, you see how the number shot up? Now it's 300. Now right here, it's 327,482,993. Now this is according to the world population. All right. This is in 2018. All right. So now ask yourself, right, with all these people here, I just showed you how many jobs is available. You figure, and then you got to look at it like this too, right? Out of that 320 million, right? You figure some of them people are old, some of these people, you know, right? So you in 27 over, you want to see many of them are disabled. All right. So now when you run the numbers of that, it's roughly 90 million. So they tell you it's around 90, the range of 90 million. I don't know why the hell this shit taking all this shit. Let me see something. Now here it's saying 402 million. All right. No, it's saying will be 400. I mean 402 million in 2050. All right. But even at 320, even at this number right here, right? Where the fuck is all the jobs at? Like, how do they have enough jobs? They telling you it's only 155,962,000 jobs available. Now that'll leave like almost 100 and you want to figure 180 million people without jobs. Now with more people coming here, where are all these people supposed to get work from? All right, now look, and even when you, like I said, when you go to these statistics right here, who the fuck you think supposed to get the jobs first, right? Like, look at the numbers. Unemployment rate 20 years and over, black or African American men. All right, now look, right now in 90, I mean, well, in 1975, look, the shit was like 5%, right? Look, it was 5%, 5.8. In 1974 was 7.3. Look, in 1975 it was 12.5, right? So then it kept on going up, going down, going up, going down. All right. So now right here in 19, you want to say from here 1985, what's this? 1982, it was 19%. So in 19, then this is when the war on drugs and all this shit started right here. All right. So in 1982, the population was 19% of black American men and I guess people, black people, it was 19% unemployment rate. Okay. So now let's say if there is around that time, might have been like around maybe 40 million people. Out of them 40 million people, you figure 19%, 40 million would be 100%. You figure like maybe, I want to say, hold up. I want to say like maybe 6 million. 6 million or more people might have been unemployment. I gotta really run the numbers with the statistics or whatever with the percentage. I gotta really be accurate on the percent, but I'm just looking at it from a whole. You figure every 10 million people is a 25%. So you figure, yeah, around it will be a little under 10 million people that was unemployed. All right. So now even when you come right here, you see these numbers, how these numbers is. So you're saying, but this is just us alone. This is not showing the total of the United States alone, right? Now look, even right here. Now look where we at right here. Look. This is in 2010. This shit 17.9. But you see all these motherfucking immigrants working. How the fuck is the unemployment rate for black people who been here, who land this is in North America, and you got people like this coming here talking about they want job. How the fuck is the unemployment rate that high for us? And it's not, don't tell me, oh, people don't want to work. That's bullshit, man. Just like I told Chief Holiday yesterday. I see brothers who used to be drug dealers and all that, who got jobs now, and they work and they happy. Because look, around this time there was no jobs like that. There was no jobs for us like that, man. And then, like I said, even if you go into Chicago and you look at the statistical rate in Chicago right now, over 90% of them brothers in Chicago can't find work. But you got all these people coming here talking about for a better job. Now look, now check this shit out, right? Let me show y'all something, man. Check this shit out. Watch this shit. All right, we're gonna go right back here. Well, you know what? We're gonna go right here because this is a new number, not a number that moved up. This is a new number now. It's around the same time, so it's pretty much so. You know what? No, I like that article better. The article, I like this one better right here because this shit gives it a breakdown. As long as it load up, just give me a second. Now you got all these people coming here because you know why they come in here? Because they got family members that's in this country, and their family members be telling them, "Oh, America, I'm doing all this," and they be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," and that's the thing. And that's the thing. The people who come here who benefit the most ain't work for shit. Meanwhile, your ancestors had dogs and fire hydrants and fire hoses and all this shit. You was lynched, all this shit. And then people just come here and take this shit for a fucking joke or whatever. And that's the shit that's kind of like a smack in the face. Like I said, I don't support none of the immigration, illegal or however you want to look at it, right? Now I ain't even gonna. Matter of fact, we're gonna read that right here. The cost of illegal immigration in the United States. Let's see how many people we got in here tonight. All right, so we got 94 people. That's good. All right, so the cost of illegal immigration to the United States. They say at a federal and state and local level, taxpayers shell out approximately 134.9 billion to cover the costs incurred by the presence of more than 12.5 million illegal aliens and about 4.2 million citizen children of illegal aliens. That's about that amount to tax burden are approximately 8,075 per illegal alien family members. It's saying a total per illegal alien family member. So now you see these motherfucking little fucking Mexican, these other people coming from South America with 5 and 6 children. Just pushing them around, and these motherfuckers, Democrats, are pushing for them to pay for this shit. Now, let me tell you something. What the Democrats' plan is. The Democrat is basically trying to get more people to vote for them. So now think of it like this, right? So they trying to get more people to vote Democratic than Republic, right? So they got to keep on bringing immigrants here for that to happen. So now, eventually, what you think gonna happen when they find enough people to vote? They already ain't mentioning or doing shit for black people now. And when I say black, I know we not black. I know we Aborigines, but this is gonna be for other people who come here on the channel. Black people in America, the majority of us are ancestors of Aborigine people who was enslaved in our own land. So this is just for anybody who come out there, because that's what my channel is based upon. My most of the information I push is based upon us being Aborigines. We was already here. They enslaved us in our land. They took us throughout the West Indies, Caribbeans. I want to say Europe, because the Europeans we colonized in North America by the English. So what the Spanish and the Portuguese did, that's not my concern. My concern is the English, the people who came here, the numerous different people. Yeah, the Spanish came here too, and the French came here. Okay, but ultimately, who won? Who won that? The English. The English won, or you want to say more the Nordic, the Germanic tribes is the people who basically took the United States. All right. So understand that. So I don't speak Northern language. We speak English here because the English took over here. The English did not bring Africans here, y'all. And I don't know why they keep on pushing that because they trying to pound or push all the Europeans in one. They trying to put them all in one boat. That's not true. All of them was not united like that. The English wanted the fucking land. The English did not come here for nothing. Oh, they came here for land and for the riches. That's it. Okay, they did not come here to bring no Africans here. They came here and enslaved the people of the land. As they making these different pacts with these different Aborigine tribes and they warming with other Aborigine, they telling them, well, look, if you capture these people, send them on over to me. Send them on over me. I'm gonna make them work for. And this is where you get your motherfucking slaves from. All right. So let me get back to this. All right. So it say the tax burden of approximately 8,000 per illegal alien family. It say family member. So that's each person that's illegal. It say and a total of 115,894,005. Well, no, I'm sorry, 115,894,597,664. All right. Now I say the total cost of illegal immigration to the U.S. taxpayer is both staggering and crippling. In 2013, FAIR estimated that, the total cost to be approximately 113 billion. So in under 4 years, the cost has risen 3 billion. This is disturbing and unsustainable. It's a trend. The section below will break down the further and explain these numbers at the federal and state and local fucking level. All right. Now check this out, right? See this shit right here? Federal, state, and total national. All right. So this breaks it down 106, and it basically tells you what the spending is for. All right. It tells you education, Medicaid. It say justice expenditures, welfare program, 5.8 billion, federal expenditures. Now they tell you that black people is getting welfare when you the descendants of people who been in this land. So how the fuck is they giving people free fucking benefits? Now how many 7,000 people that's coming here that's going to try to force their way into this country? How many of these people you think going to have to get free benefits? That people that I'm not with the taxes, but the people who do pay taxes and complain about that shit, how much your money gonna go towards that? Because I'm showing you how much the $134 billion can be reparations for us. That can be our fucking reparations. But you know why we can't get it? Because the Democrats are more concerned about fucking trying to get more votes so they can take the House from the Republicans. That's what all this shit is about. So the more people that come here and the Democrats push for, the more people they're going to try to get to vote Democratic. While they get these people to vote Democratic, that's more people who going to side with the Democrats and basically try to push because that's all they want to do. They don't care about you. They don't care about your family. They don't care about any situation that we got going on here. They only care about more people to vote Democratic so they can push the Republicans out the house. That's it. That's it. That's what this whole shit about. And we know that they both two wings on the same bird, but it's kind of like a race against the two fucking the two people that's on the two wings that's on the same bird. You understand what I'm saying? But nonetheless, though, we see the numbers right here. We see the numbers. Federal education, 1.6 billion. And in New Jersey, they just gave illegal immigrants free fucking college degree, let you go to school for free. Now, how hard did black people have to fight for any of this shit? How hard? You need a reminder? Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. All right, hold up. Let me see something. I think it was this one right here. All right, here. Let me read this article real quick, just to give you guys a reminder. It says summary of unemployment related component of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. All right, now if they made a Civil Rights Act dealing with unemployment in 1964, we're gonna read through it. All right, Civil Rights Act of 1964, Public Law 88-3352 outlawed unequal application of voter registration requirements and discrimination in public facilities, in government, and in employment specifically for employers. In the Civil Rights Act, Title VII granted equal opportunity. Now, remember, Title VII is what basically grants you equal opportunity, right? So for black descendants of so-called slaves, if you go on a job site and they got Spanish people there and they got immigrants there and they don't hire you, but yet they hiring them, you can fucking sue them, because under Title VII is basically for us. Okay, they supposed to hire you over any of these people, but you don't know that. So look, it say additional titles within the Civil Rights Act ensured that the right to vote, it say provided relief against discrimination, authorized Attorney General to institute the protection, constitution rights, and public facilities of public education and more. The Civil Rights Act also established the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. That's the EEOC. It say to promote equal employment opportunity and unemployment through administration, it say, and judicial enforcement, it say, of the federal civil rights laws, and through the education and technical assistance. Subsequently, legislation expanded the role of the EEOC. Today, according to the U.S. government manual of 1998 and 1999, the EEOC enforces laws that prohibit discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, national origins, disability, or age in hiring. Now, all this shit just was added right here. This shit wasn't the original thing. This shit was about was hiring black people. But check it out. It's a promoting firing. It's a setting wages, testing, tanning. Now, they basically threw you up in the rack with all these people. So now anybody who come here basically is under this right here. But you have to enforce the right that your people been here, and these laws was made for you and not for the people who just got here. All right. Now look, it says as long as an employee makes no employee employment decision, namely whether to interview, hire, pay, promote, provide opportunity, discriminate, or terminate employees, employment based on any of these protection classifications, the employee is living in the intent of the law. It say it is however unconscious discrimination to affect any of these decisions. The Human Rights Department plays a significant role in guarding and overseeing to make sure that the employee decisions do not violate the spirit of the law. When hiring, for example, HR can share the applicant resume and cover letter. They say the job application, which may reveal a number of these protection factors, should remain confidential to the HRC. Say laws and guidance. It say in details from the EEOC. It say are available from the U.S. Department of Labor laws and guidance. Say the specific text of the relevant portion of the act for your review. All right, discrimination because of race, color, and sex and national. Now, like I said, man, they really like it's different. It's different parts to this shit, but right here. It say the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission was created by the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Who was the Civil Rights Act of 1964? Because none of these people was in there marching, so that shit shouldn't even be for them. None of them people was marching. None of them people had to endure any of the shit that we went through. So why would this shit be for them? And then, like I said, now they will make it seem like it's for them, but yet, look, it was for you. But look at the numbers. Look at the numbers of unemployment. And they try to say, all right, well now the unemployment rate low because you got all these jobs here for all these people, and it's evident that you got have to fucking at some point in time start giving us work. So when you got motherfuckers coming here that's saying they want a better life, listen, I ain't got shit to do with that. I don't give a fuck about like really. Look, look, check it out.
We are workers and fighters. Eventually, Mexico opens to the caravan, but only a trickle are let through, women and children first, including Marta Torres, who tells me her husband was murdered by Honduran drug gangs, and her 3 other kids are still across the river. Do you want to go to the United States? Have you heard, though, that President Trump doesn't want more people coming? And he's even separated families who try to come. What should we do now, then? She says, I don't want my kids in the middle of crime. I don't want to have the lives of my children further destroyed.
Bill Weir joins us now from the Mexican side of the border. So what's going to happen to these people? What's the situation right now?
Well, that's a good question, Anderson. They did, as I said, opened up a trickle there, and they were moving them 3 busloads at a time to a refugee camp here on the Mexican side there. But at the rate we were seeing it, it will take days to get everybody off of that bridge. As you saw there, like Marta, she's seeking asylum from a dangerous place. Others are trying to find a better life for themselves and their kids. But all of them, I've never seen anything like it. It was like people running from a brand to try to convince them turn around and go back. It just wasn't happening. We had to crash that piece together. So what you missed there is there was tear gas. They literally forced the gates open at one point, but the federales forced them back. 4 officers, according to Secretary of State Pompeo, were injured in that. But then, in a surreal sense, the crowd completely realized this is just one step on this journey. They walked across Guatemala from Honduras. They're prepared to walk the length of Mexico to find a better life. So this seems like just one more bump in the road. But the new president of Mexico ran on a policy of being more humane towards Central Americans. They've asked for help from the United Nations. That's a first there to help process determining who deserves to move north and who doesn't. A lot of people say they want to work in Mexico. Not all of them are coming to the United States, but just a little taste of why this is such a relentless political knot for the United States. How to make this stop.
But I appreciate you being there, Bill. Thanks very much. Be careful. Two views now, the domestic politics of this. Join us.
Nah, they gonna try to make it seem like, they got heart right now. Like I said, and then even when you look at this shit right here, right? Now I just showed you the numbers dealing with, let me see something. It's right here, it's this. Just give me a second and load up. Now, let me hold up. Let me go back up. Around with me now. Hold up for a second, people. Let me reload it. It's right here. All right. So the Immigration and Naturalization Act of 1965, also known as the Hart-Celler Act, abolished the early quota system based on national origins and established a new immigration policy based on reuniting immigrant families and attracting skilled labor to the United States. Hold up. Yeah, my bad. I got a lot of stuff pulled up on here. My computer's running crazy. I don't know what it is. It's not working. You know what? I'm gonna pull up. Give me a second, y'all. I'm still with you. I'm pull up on my phone and just read it. All right. So I was establishing new policy, new immigration policy based on reuniting immigrant families and attracting skilled labor. They say to the United States. Say over the next 2 decades, the policies put in effect will greatly change the demographic makeup of American population as immigrants starting to enter the United States under the new legislation came from countries from Asia, African, and Latin America as a all right, the Immigration Naturalization Act. It says by the early 1960s, calls to reform the U.S. immigration policy has mounted, thanks to small part to the growth rights movement. Now, look, now they trying to say because the civil rights movement is the reason they started letting people here. People with for jobs and shit. But then you bring unskilled labor. You still bring level positions that's taking jobs from the people who fought for civil rights movement. So you never really took care of us, and that's the reason these numbers like this. And that's why, like I said, look, I'm never going to be pro immigration, whether it's white immigration or it's any of these other people. You need to fix what you got in your country. If Honduras fucked up, you should be risking your life, and you should be basically you should put your life in jeopardy so your children can have a better life. If Honduras is corrupt like that, and the funny thing about it is a lot of these bastards that come here to this country, they don't take their skills or what they learn here and go back to their countries and try to build their country. They'd rather sit here and go to Disney. That's why I don't respect none. I don't respect none of these motherfuckers who come here. None of them. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. Because like I said, when you look back, like this, when you start saying shit like this, it couldn't be no worse than this. Look at this. This is Detroit. This and we riding over civil rights. We riding over the fact that it ain't no jobs or none of this shit.
Border crossing in Bangladesh. As you can see, approximately 3,000 Rohingya refugees have arrived
Look,
overnight.
they doing the same shit everywhere in the world, trying to get a better life, but none of them want to fight for nothing. Let me see something.
Newark, New Jersey, and Detroit. It is Detroit's violence, however, that's the subject of a new film. Back. Be mindful this story has some language that some may find offensive.
Now look, check this out.
In 100 places, Detroit is afire. 100 square blocks are now under siege. And
Look.
as you walk through the area, people shot from their homes. Watch out for the snipers.
It began early one Sunday morning in late July. Police raided an unlicensed bar in a black neighborhood in Detroit. Gathered. Tempers flared.
This is going to happen all over America. It'll be a hot world, not a hot summer. It's a hot world.
Motherfucking Indian.
And the city became a war zone.
700 rounds squeezed off, now all of a sudden it's silent. It's quiet, everybody looking.
Fires burned for 5 days. You were patrolling the streets of Detroit in the midst of all of this mayhem.
It was unbelievable mayhem.
In 1967, Ike McKinnon, 100 black police officers on a force of 5,500.
I said, my God, this is happening to my city.
The fire has been raging for more than 30 minutes. The people have been evacuated, and yet the firemen are...
You call this a rebellion, not a riot. Why do you call it a rebellion? In Detroit, it was clear leading up to it and even during it that people were pretty consistent about why they were. Pulitzer Prize-winning historian Heather Thompson. Black Detroiters in particular were routinely singled out for abuse, for excessive profiling, arrests, really an overall criminalization of Black Detroiters that white Detroiters simply didn't experience. Policing was used to, keep white neighborhoods white. Growing up, Ike McKinnon had seen many young Black men singled out for abuse at the hands of the police.
I was 14 years old when I was beaten up by 4 police officers. They grabbed me, the name calling, they proceeded to beat me up.
Was this standard operating procedure?
This was SOP for these guys.
And it's the country that they want to come to. Somebody, I want a better life. I want a better life, but yet this is shit that we had to endure here, and you ain't got no fucking rights. Look at this shit.
May be able to collect on their insurance, but some of them say insurance companies may fight claims on the ground the damage resulted from an insurrection and therefore is not covered. Small businessmen may collect nothing. Emergency food distribution began this morning. Private agencies, including the Red Cross and Salvation Army, went in with food donated by private citizens and firms. The Guard escorted the relief people and kept the supply lines orderly. One Negro civil rights leader said food is essential. Get these people hungry, he said, in reference to the rioting, and you haven't seen anything yet. Everywhere is shambles, a gutted cleaning shop, people trying to find their own clothing in the wreckage. In addition to the estimated $175 million in property damage, there's human dislocation. Many Negroes no longer have a place to work. Their employers burned out. Many who worked outside the riot area are afraid to go to their jobs. Governor Brown was asked if things can ever be the same again between whites and Negroes in Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm sure that it will. I think that the white leadership, the white people of our state will recognize the frustrations of the Negro, and I think the Negro will understand the white person that one of these days, how long it'll be, that the broad understanding that existed before these riots will return. People are of goodwill, but we're all human beings, and we do make mistakes.
Sales of shotguns are up more than any other time. Increasing gun sales.
Now look, so if this was 1967, how bad do you think these fucking countries was? Just like the same way we had to fix this shit here, the same way these people need to turn the fuck back around and fix shit in their country. Because like I said, you think the military gonna let these people run into this? The military will kill them people. You dealing with some savage motherfuckers, yo. You think they just gonna let them people cross that border? It's gonna be so much carnage. They will kill every last one of them people and not let one of them come in here. So, and then what people going to do is it's only going to be other immigrants that's going to be sitting there saying, well, damn, why did they do that to our people? Why your people going to force their way into a fucking country to which the country telling you, no, you can't come here. But because they let all these motherfuckers come here since, like I said, the 1965 Immigration Act. Why would you bring immigrants into this country knowing that we still was unrest? We still didn't get jobs. We still didn't get our fair share, but you bring all these people here. You get these motherfuckers free fucking, you get these motherfuckers free benefits, and at the same fucking time, you don't want to. You saying you can't give us the reparation, but you get these niggas $134 fucking billion a fucking year, man. Shame on these motherfuckers, man. And you black motherfuckers who fight for this immigration and talk about, oh man, you think everybody, fuck all that. Because we need to listen. I don't care what kind of job you got or how good your job is. Your ancestors fought for this shit, and this $134 billion should be going to Black American. But because Black Americans are docile, and you sitting up here fighting for them to bring more people here, this is the reason why this number occurred. This the reason why you still on a low man on a totem pole when it come to unemployment rate, because you want to sit here and you want to fucking cape for every other fucking civilization, all these other people to come here. You rather cape for them and have them come here. All right. So with that being said, man, if I get time, I'm gonna make another video. I gotta run. I got a few things I gotta do, man. But like I said, man, if you like to donate to the Consciousness one, whether it is for the documentary Culture Freedom, or if you just want to donate, man, the link is in the description. I cannot monetize my channel, which I don't give a fuck. I'm not doing this shit for monetization anyway, man. I'm doing this shit for the love of my people, man. So I love all the Aborigines that's on the channel, man. Thank you for the brothers, sisters who do support, for the brothers and sisters who do send me emails and do contribute. I appreciate all y'all, man. Thank you very much, man. Just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Take care of your family and try to, you know what I'm saying, and try to let them know that like this whole immigration shit is basically to fucking put us up under. That shit is all it is to write you out. The Democrats are some sorry bastards, and all of them. Like I said, was it people sitting up here worrying about Trump? But who would you rather get in here? It was a lose-lose situation anyway. But I tell you one thing: if anybody gonna give us reparations, it might be Trump. It might be Trump to give us reparations, okay? And I'm not saying we'll beg for it, but fuck that. You niggas need to open your mouth and say something about it. That's it. Reparations, nothing else. I don't want nothing. Reparations. That's it. That's it. That's it. In any whether it's the Cory Bookers or the Camilla Harrises or anybody you think that's going to run this corporation is funded by people who benefited from them coming here, taking your land, and who benefited from you using the people of the land to build up their money. So these people, the corporations or the Electoral College or the 250 some people who own stake in the United States corporation, these people owe us. But yet, like I said, your bag is going here. And while all these niggas cape and worrying about all these fucking other people, worry about the people here in North America who was dealing with this shit with the riot, who had to endure this shit right here, the riots and all this other shit that I'm showing you right here. You understand what I'm saying? The civil rights movement. Say high court banned segregation in public school. Meaning you couldn't even go to fucking school with these people. Where was these people at when you had to sit here and fight? They wasn't fighting along you, but now that the fight is over, they want to cross the border. I want a better life. But you the same way you fighting to get here, you should be fighting the same way we had to fucking fight and get better rights over here. And none of these other fucking people helped you. None of these other people helped you. None of them. Maybe a few good white people, maybe. But at the end of the day, none of these other people helped us get what we trying to get today. All right, so with that being said, man, like I said, if you like to donate, the link is in the description. My Cash App is in the description. If you like to go buy a t-shirt from T-Shirt Spring, please do. I will be back with another video. It might not be touching on this migrant caravan, but y'all do y'all research, man, and don't be a fool. Like, I'm a humanitarian, but guess what though? At some fucking point in time, I gotta be a humanitarian for my people. Yeah, my people got shit, but guess what? We are owed a lot more. Our responsibility is not to bring in everybody from these other places. They have a responsibility to build their country up and do better for themselves. So with that being said, yo, love and light to everybody in the chat room, everybody that's watching the video. Like I said, man, I gotta run. I got a few things I gotta do. But I will be back with some more fire, yo. This is the Conscience one. Peace, y'all. Peace.